Good day, you bunch of absolute legends, and welcome to a new series I am calling the Immortals. I have been playing a particular style of playthrough for Crusader Kings 3, where I will take a character, I will give them the best stats possible, and give them immortality, and give them powerful artifacts to make them basically the equivalent of a demigod. Except, what I've done is I figured it could be a very unique playstyle if, despite their immortality, if they somehow manage to get killed through other means, whether by assassination or killed in battle or by accident, that's the end of the game. And I figured maybe I could turn it into a series. So I've decided to enact this, and I've decided rather than play as a custom character, I'm going to play as a character I know very well for having listened to the History of Byzantium podcast quite a lot, and that is Bohemond of Antioch. Now, at the moment, Bohemond is only 11 years old. He was the true-born son of Robert Guiscard, sometimes known as Robert the Fox of Apulia, but his father, the Duke Robert, he repudiated his marriage to his first wife, I think in order to marry again, and so technically that made Bohemond a bastard, which meant he couldn't inherit his father's lands, although I think he may have ended up doing it anyway. But he ended up in the service of the Byzantine Empire, and theoretically he was going to take Antioch, which is around here, there it is, during the First Crusade, and he was supposed to give it back to the Byzantines. I think Alexios Komnenos may have been emperor at the time. Except he went back on his word, claiming that the Byzantines didn't honour their agreement, they didn't provide enough support during the war, and the other Catholic people, lords of the Crusade, they took Antioch, and they decided amongst themselves whoever got to it first was the person who would keep it. Bohemond got it. He fought a war against the Byzantine Empire to try and stake out his claim as being a big mighty man, and ended up losing. And by treaty, he admitted he was an oathbreaker, and he conceded that after he died, control of Antioch would go to the Byzantine Empire. Only his nephew, after he died, who was his successor, refused to honour the treaty and refused to give the city back to the Byzantine Empire. Yes, so we are dealing with a very treacherous man, but at the moment, he's only 11 years old, so I'm going to have to do some finagling. Sorry for that exposition, I just wanted to explain the story. So what I'm going to do is start as Duke Robert. I am going to go to Bohemond. As you can see, it says treacherous atheist. I don't know, for some reason it likes to categorize a lot of people who probably would believe in God or whatever their religion happened to be as atheists in this game. I'm not sure why, but it's just a personality thing. Anyway, we are going to restore his inheritance. Now, we're very lucky in that I don't have to add any prestige, renown in order to do this. I've got the required amount. So now Bohemond should be my heir as soon as it ticks over. Shouldn't be too long. I'm not sure what that event was. I've played it before. I think basically Robert eventually gets a claim to try and attack Byzantium because he did in real life. I'm not sure why it hasn't quite triggered Bohemond being the heir. It worked pretty quickly when I started the test run, but oh well, we'll just go until it goes. Do I have to do something? You think I would have had this figured out. Maybe there's an arbitrary point where the game will just make Bohemond the heir. The thing is, I need Bohemond to be the heir so that I can play as him when Robert dies, and I'm gonna have to be the one to kill Robert, so... There we go. Okay, finally. Okay, now, we're gonna have to do a little bit of cheating in this... Well, I'm gonna have to do a lot of cheating because I'm gonna have to give Bohemond all this stats and abilities and whatnot, but I'm also gonna have to age him because he's a child, and I'm not gonna spend, you know, a good 5 years waiting until he becomes an adult. Although he's 12 now, it's only 4, so technically I could, but since we're gonna be cheating anyway. So, Robert... This is the advanced cheat menu. I think it's a mod. I'm not entirely sure who did it, but I might show the list of mods that I have in the character description. I mean the description of the video. Okay, so Robert dies. Congratulations, Bohemond. You are now the heir to a duchy. Well, you're not the heir. You are the Duke. Bohemond. I'm not sure if this will work. If I will just age him up first, because if I don't do it and then choose... Actually, you know what? Let's see. Yes, I can't become an adventurer because I have to be an adult, which is why I have to age him up. Okay, so it's very simple. In fact, I didn't even need to... Oh, I had to turn the debug mode on in order to access the console. But if we just say age, we'll make him... He's 12, we'll make him 18. So we just go age 6, and he ages by 6 years, and he's got a rad moustache. Okay, and now we can become an adventurer. Because what I'm going to do is sort of follow history somewhat. Oh, although... I'm going to have to fight the Byzantine Empire to do this. I didn't take into account the fact that Antioch was controlled by the Byzantines at this time. Well, I was hoping that the Abbasids okay, basically I was hoping that someone other than the Byzantines controlled Antioch. But that's alright, I can still do this. You know, this is all part of the journey. Bohemond is just looking at me like, oh, you idiot. Okay, so we will take Bohemond, who is now the master of the Norman trackers, and I'm going to toggle him as being the character who is being edited. I could toggle his entire family or his vassals or courtiers, but we're not doing that. So, first of all, he is going to be the most healthiest, wondrous... Basically, we're giving him all great stats, and he's going to be the greatest person who ever lived in terms of health and intelligence. So we're making him beautiful, we're making him a genius, we're making him, I believe Herculean is the best of these three. Pure-blooded, fecund and strong and shrewd. We don't know if any of these cancel each other out. I think the rest are actually bad. You can tell because they're red. What's his education like? Why does it, for some reason, it doesn't have his education listed? Huh, maybe he didn't get an education. I can give him one though. There we, the massive sign that says education. Let's make him... Well, he was pretty good at fighting, so let's make him an exalted warlord. He's only 18. And the personality traits we'll leave alone. Now... Oh, and of course, we have to make him immortal. Trust me to not know where it is. Lifestyle, maybe? No, commander, no. Physical traits. Bear with me, folks. Yep, no. there we go. Other. Okay, he's now immortal, which means he cannot physically age. His chronological age will go up, but he will physically remain the age of 18 unless I somehow turned it off, in which case he'd revert to whatever his chronological age happens to be, and I think it means he can't die from disease as well. Furthermore, I am also going to adjust his... not the traits, sorry, I just got lost. Skills. Usually I use an auto-clicker for this. But yes, he's going to be the most skilled, just the best of everything. But if he dies for whatever reason, this playthrough is over. Whether we get to 1453, I have no idea. What did we do that was so dishonorable? Although, considering it's Bohemond, that doesn't surprise me. Normally I use an auto-clicker for that. And I'm going to have to use an auto-clicker for the final part of this, which is artifacts. Because I'm going to be giving him artifacts which give him massive benefits, except for one thing. I'm going to be giving him some sort of item which gives him like a minus 2,000%, so 20 times less likely, like 20 times infertility basically, because this is a one-shot playthrough. He shouldn't be able to have children. Although, in the test run that... oh, not a test run, but one that I did, even though one of my characters had 1,000% infertility, they still managed to have a child. I suspected that the child was not theirs, but they had a lot of the same traits that the father had, so I guess it was his. So I'm going to do this off-screen, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Now, to sum up what I've done, I have made Bohemond artifacts, and I've named them all Sword of Bohemond, Mail of Bohemond, etc. As you can see, effectiveness, the sword, you know, I figure he's got to be good at fighting, and so his armies will be as well. Armor will be mostly health boosts, and as you can see, he has negative 2,000 fertility, percent fertility, so he's 20 times less likely to have a child. Crown of Bohemond, things to do with state, or rather, you know, incomes and bonuses like piety and renown and whatnot. And I made construction time as well. I meant to put something else in, but I forgot. Scepter, I couldn't really think of anything for Scepter, but I decided, you know, he's basically a demigod, except, you know, he doesn't believe in Greek religion. So, it's just to do with the success chances at scheming, and also the level reinforcement rate. And for the brooch, I couldn't really decide much. I just needed to put in something for the prestige, because it's the only one you can't put up by percentage, so it goes up by a particular amount. So I just decided my character is going to be living mainly in Antioch, unless somehow they become Byzantine Emperor, which could be on the cards. So they are going to have... so Bohemond is going to be a master of desert warfare, so hills, desert, and drylands. So let's put all the stuff on him. And as you can see, the bonuses are quite nice. And also, I took the liberty of going into... why can't I see it here? Okay, where is it? There we go. The lifestyle traits. Now, he's the best of everything, so he's got them all. But I gave him a lifestyle focus of valor, which is a military thing, because obviously he's going to be doing a lot of conquering. So basically, he should be undefeatable in the field. What will probably kill him is in me making a mistake and accidentally deciding to attack something like during a hunt or something. It'll probably get him killed. Or hopefully, and let's hope for this, we last until 1453. Now, I'm going to name the save file Bohemond Baseplate. That way, if I do an auto-fail, like if I crit fail, I have to start all the way from this base plate if I want to do another one. I can't just reload a save. And we're officially underway. Okay, now, we have a camp. Because we are wanderers now. I had to actually move us from Trani to here in order to trigger the lifestyle focus in order to work. So let's pick an area of expertise for us to fight in. Yes, and desert. We are a master of desert fighting. So, let's pick some provisions, and as you can see, we get 63 ducats per month. So we will actually have the benefit of being able to build things quite easily. So yes, I didn't do cost to go down because I figured we want this to be easy and yet at the same time not completely ridiculous. So in some of my playthroughs I've had it where the character will what's I'm trying to say, have not only construction time will not only be improved, but also construction cost, so it'll cost them nothing. Sure, we'll stay at the tavern for the night. It's not like we can't afford it. We're in negatives now. Oh, there we go. What I usually do... Oh, I don't even know... Actually, I think it's because I held the right key down. I'm using a new mouse, and it's a little bit more sensitive than I normally would use. I'm not going to say what the brand is because I don't want it to seem like I'm doing a sponsorship. But let's do some contracts. We're not related to... Oh yeah, we are related to him. He's our cousin. Okay, sure. We want success to be the thing. I apologize if I'm going too quick. We found a trinket. Nice. Oh, well, I think as... Oh, I don't know if, because we have it, that automatically means we have to use it. We could probably sell it, so... We're gonna try and, convince the innkeep to let us stay here for the night. There we go. I eventually will let my character marry, but hopefully they'll never have a child. Although it's not terrible if they have a child. It's just theoretically my character is supposed to be immortal yet unable to not procreate, but actually procreate is the correct word. To continue their legacy. Yeah, we're not going to risk getting ill and potentially dying. Okay, we have achieved the bare minimum. And I'll just put that in practice in order to execute the scheme. So, we succeed. Yay, we did something. Settle a boundary dispute. This is good. And I think it's just a simple matter of... Because we have such a high diplomatic skill, we could solve that issue very easily. I want to build up my supplies, not my supplies, but my ability to have supplies before I go to Antioch. I'm going to tell a better story than them. Right. Oh, and I still have to find a purpose for the camp. Well, we are... I always do this. If you have a claim to something, you can become a legitimist. But we're going to be swords for hire. It means it's important because we get one extra man-at-arms regiment, I believe. Yes, okay. Because at the moment we have absolutely no troops. Not even me for some reason, so... Oh, and I forgot to, Oh! Ooh, my family are part of my entourage. Whoops. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna make my... Who's this? I'm not gonna make my mother the stooge. That's just completely disrespectful. We should go into town, build up our money first, and then go into town and hire someone. Support a faction. Oh, he holds the title that we once held. Oh well. No, no. Spycraft, why not? Okay, are you good at anything? Well, you will be my bodyguard, Ranieri. Isn't there a football player by that name? And I mean European football, not... it doesn't look like he can do anything else, but we'll hire him nonetheless. Someone tried to be a cut purse to me. I suppose cut my purse would be the more accurate thing. Sure, I'll do gardening. You found a scepter, nice. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, we have a 100% chance of succeeding. Okay. Basically, I want to avoid anything that would cause us to die. Like, if there's like a 25% chance of dying, I'm going to avoid it, because that would be really, really stupid if I did. A Dynasty Legacy. Warfare. Why not? Okay, so I think it is time we visited the castle. We need supplies. Yeah, take this marble scepter, I don't need that. Okay, we can get supplies. Now, we definitely have enough to get to Antioch, because that's my goal, is to control Antioch, and then I'm going to decide whether to follow history and rule it independently, or I'm kind of leaning towards joining the Byzantine Empire as a vassal, and then, because I have such high martial skill, most likely I will inherit the throne when the Emperor dies, because it's not a primogeniture system of inheritance in the Byzantine Empire. Their system of inheritance is, or succession is acclamation, or maybe it's open succession. Basically, whoever has the most martial is most likely to win, because it's a voting system, I think. But the more martial you have, the more automatic votes you get. Okay, so we need something. Yes, regiments. And you know what? My guy wanted me to help him find a woman, or see if, and I said, well, see if the woman is willing to run away with you. I've played this game so often and sped through so many of these things, I pretty much know them by sight. Now, because we have perks maxed out, we can't actually do anything with this one, so I'm just going to right click it so it disappears. We should have a pathetically small army, but what we will have isn't... It may be small, but it'll be really hard to defeat. He was having a read of the Battle of Milvian Bridge, where Constantine the Great defeated... I'm not sure who it was, but basically it decided the fate as to whether Rome was going to be Christian or pagan, and the Christian Constantine won. He saw, according to legend, and I believe this legend, I'm Catholic, he saw a miracle of a sign in the sky, which became the Chi-Rho. It sort of looks like the letter X over the letter P, and they're the two Greek initials of the name Christ, so... And supposedly God said to him, "In this sign you will conquer," and he painted it on his men's shields. Although the history of Mike Duncan, who does the history of. Okay, sure. Mike Duncan of the History of Rome podcast believes, and I'm inclined to believe him because he's done a lot of research, that most likely Constantine wasn't just automatically pagan until that night where he had a vision and suddenly believed God was the one. I think he probably was already Christian at that point, but, you know, he's, like, if he did see that vision, it probably bolstered his belief. Anyway, I'm not here to tell anyone what they can believe. My beliefs are mine, yours are yours. The baggage train is now up to... How many regiments can we get? Okay, still 4, but I think we can improve them a lot. The best thing for me, I find, is to have 2 armored footmen. We will... Oh, the heavy cavalry. Okay, sure, we'll get heavy cavalry. We want heavy cavalry too, because we don't have enough gold to reinforce them. Okay, sure, we're waiting. We want to max out army before we go contracting. Cool. We will not skip... Oh, okay, fine, we will. My character is treacherous like that. Now this just increases the limits you can have. You have to actually get the individual troops yourself. And onagers. We want onagers because you can have all the... Are mangonels better than onagers? Oh yes, they are. Okay, so that was a waste of money. Sorry. You want siege weapons because obviously if you don't have enough, then you can't siege. And you can eventually take something if you don't have enough siege engines, but it takes a long time and you are susceptible to attack. So, let's refill the men-at-arms. Not enough gold. Okay, we'll wait until the gold rolls in. Do any of these increase... Oh, yeah, we probably want siege weapon effectiveness. What I'm looking for is something that increases the size of the men-at-arms. Well, maybe the supply tent will do that. Okay, no it doesn't. And we probably have enough supplies to get there. Private tents? Good grief. I suppose if you want to be the kind of person who seduces a lord or lady, claim their lands via your child. Ah! There we go. Proving grounds. That was just about cuisine. At this point, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. She's got a hangover. I will slow down for her. I'll be nice. I am a nice... Well, technically I was a duke. Health, because we kind of need it. Sure, we'll take you in. I apologize if I'm going too fast through the pop-ups. No! No, I don't want to join you at all. I have plans. We don't do poaching. Actually, I have no idea if I just signed up to something illegal just then. No. Yeah, it tries to guilt you. Well, not necessarily guilt you. It's more like if you say no, you can ask for better terms. going through. Really, it's the size that I'm interested in. Ah, okay, sure. Yes, we want to encourage friendship. No. When I say we're men for hire, I mean I'm hiring men and I'm going to attack people. No. No. And sometimes these wars are ridiculously far away. After this, I think no more upgrades. No. I'm gonna tell a joke. I'm getting really annoyed. Oh, yes. Yes, they will give us a county if we join, but we're not doing that. Okay, we need to save up money. Although it might not be a bad idea to do a war, just to prove how strong we are. But I'm going to do it after I'm fully reinforced, and I need men for that. I'm sorry you can hear my dog Tetra. I'll accept a war eventually. Ah, there we go, finally. Okay. Now we just need enough money to... Where is he? He's Catholic. I wonder if you're... Oh yeah, I should actually see if I can promote people. Well, my bodyguards are poor. Well, they will be useless if I ever get attacked. Okay, now we just need... All that's left is to... Wait until I have enough money to afford enough men. Oh, here's my cousin, and he was offering me a contract. We fight on my time, not yours. No, I'm not sponsoring your thing. Okay, now we are reinforced. We have 1,292 men. Now we can accept some fighting. Alright. Just to prove the point. Okay, where are you? Bohemia. Oh. Yes, we must claim some lands. Yes. Now, we go. Oh, we're at war with the entire Holy Roman Empire. Okay, fair enough. No! Although he was offering an exceptional deal, but I have my own plans. I must say, that deal was amazing. My cousin was imprisoned? Wow. Someone, for some reason, one of these things where someone gets a hook on me and I'm not allowed to say no. Although, you know, even though he's offering me, and my character technically was a bastard, a duchy in exchange for giving up my war. We're not at war with the papacy, are we? Well, their troops are here and they are hostile to us, so we are going to go and fight them. Alright, this is it, to see whether we're that good or not. Oh yeah, we're that good. Who's leading this? I didn't mean to take us there. And you see how that red skull appeared? I think that means, because we travelled through a county without taking the castle, or the capital, it means like you're moving through contested territory, which means you suffer from attrition. Sure. I'm glad to see you made it out of that prison, cousin. Yeah, you know what? Oh, did you see... I don't know if you saw, but just before the second army arrived to that army, it had like a fortress and a red exclamation mark. That's because they didn't have enough either troops or siege equipment to take the castle, so it was a really slow siege. But when the second army joined, they did. A thing about Crusader Kings 3 is if you take... I mean, one way of winning a war... There's a few ways of gaining war score, and that's taking the war target or winning battles. But if you manage to take the enemy war leader captive, then you automatically gain full war score. So if the Holy Roman Emperor was here, and I managed to take him prisoner, the whoever I'm fighting on behalf of, the Duke of Bohemia, I guess, he would automatically have enough war score to win. And usually, very quickly after that, they will sue for peace and win. What does this mean? I guess I've never seen that before, but I guess it's because specifically he's Bohemond and it's a historical character. Yeah, we're not at war with Pisa, so we can't take their land. Oh, the Germans are coming! Okay, and I think I may have taken... Okay, no, I don't think I took the Emperor hostage, but I took enough hostages and have won enough war score that the Duke of Bohemond is going... Oh, he's a king. Okay, he's going to win. So... it looks like Bohemia... Did I say King of Bohemond? I'm sorry if I did. Well, I have no idea what happens to that, but this proves the point that we are unstoppable, so... We can take in a Jewish person. Of course. We're friend to everyone. Well... Now that we've proved our superiority and basically the proof of concept, I'm going to make a save file here just for my sake. Although, actually, you know what? No, I'm not, because that would encourage me to probably use it again if I failed. I'm going to move to Caesar, because you can't be in the same... You can't move your camp into a county that you're going to attack. What are his ways? I don't know, so... I'm gonna try and calm the mob. A mob was trying to take our land. Not our lands. We don't have lands. Our food. I'll take anyone. I'm a nice person. Bohemond is going to be extraordinarily nice. Well, he's not going to be nice to the people of Antioch initially, because I'm going to try and take it, but I'm going to be exceptionally nice to most people, rather than the treacherous person that Bohemond was historically. Okay. Now. You. Okay, we're in her realm. We have... Oh! Okay, yes, because technically it's not a war with her, it's a war with, Okay, that's fine. It's it would be a war... If I do a county invasion, it would be a war with the Emperor, technically, but we've proved we can defeat an empire. Can I buy a claim? Because if I can... No, I can't buy a claim. And I think there is a way to buy claims on people's lands, but I'm not entirely sure. You might have to be landed in order to do it. That would be nice, but no. Okay, duchy. Have I gone past it? No. It should still be under the Duchy of Antioch. Ah, it's a theme, because they use, well, some of them are duchies, some of them are themes, because the theme system was still in effect. Sir! Stand and deliver. Theoretically, this should be the only offensive action I'll take against the Byzantine Empire. Normally I play with the sound off, so there's all these sounds that I do not know. I don't need their help. Like, that's the whole point of this Let's Play. My character is unstoppable in the field. That, like, what will end up costing me if I do end up dying will be me making a really stupid decision or something completely random. Or just someone assassinating me, which is possible. Did it just say a beg was joining their side on the war? As far as I know, a beg is a Turkish or maybe Turkic lord, so I guess they either have one as a vassal or they just... Or for some reason they have someone who really liked them on the other side. Anyway, we have enough war score where they will where we can enforce their demands. I usually think it's 100, but I'm not sure. I have no idea. Yes, we can't take hostages. In a normal war, you can take a hostage. It means that the enemy... You can give a hostage too, but basically as long as they're your hostage or whatnot, you can't make war on them. I think you can, it's just, it's dishonorable. Okay, we get the Duchy of Antioch, the County of Antioch, that's what Turma means, and the County of Alexandretta. That means our camp is demolished. You can just read this if you want. Oh. We are now the Count of Antioch. Oh! What? Okay, that's weird. I don't know, maybe the place was having an earthquake. Actually, historically, Antioch and that sort of area, Turkey does have a lot of earthquakes, but I think that must be a bug. No idea. Doesn't matter, my character doesn't need relatives because they are going to be greatest person on Earth. Okay. Well, we've done what I came here to do, which was become Prince... not Prince, but he did... Bohemond historically did call himself Prince of Antioch, but we've taken Antioch, so now I'm going to establish a council for myself of my finest people, or rather the people who have the most relevance. What a bunch of miserly folk. Increase capital, develop capital in Antioch so that we have more things. And now we'll choose them. Sorry, wrong one. Chivalry. We're going to be a nice person. We have to choose a new focus because we're landed now. We can get rid of all of these. We can inspire. We can give someone. We can sponsor someone basically. We can strengthen our bloodline because we have all the best traits. We could start a legend, but I don't think I'm going to be bothering doing legends too much. We don't need this because we've already done that, and we can get married because we could have gotten married before, but because we're a landed titled man, it's imperative. Well, it's advantageous to get married. But anyway, so okay, let's go. Am I a duke or am I a... Yes, I am a duke. Okay. I don't know any of these people. Too far away. Okay, I'm gonna go through the list of people to marry again. Just want a family that I recognize. Lowborns are somehow the prestige, so really there must not be a lot of people who are prestigious here. And it looks like these are all lowborns. Not that I'm going to be having children with any of these women. My character will remain unmarried until a better match comes along. Now for the... let's go... Yeah, we'll go through the estate. We are limited by the amount of technology we have, fair enough. In memory of my sister. And now I shall, as much as it would be interesting to play as an independent count and watch as the people try and stop me, but I'm going to, well, first of all, oh, because the money's coming out of the treasury, not... Oh, okay, yeah, we can do... I didn't know you could do that. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to improve my buildings, because why not? I basically want to always be building. Oh, and hospices. We need hospices. I love having hospices, because it means your population is less likely to get sick and die. Okay, we've got buildings, we've got everything going. Right. I will pledge myself to the Byzantine Emperor, despite the fact that I made war on him. I'm now a vassal of the Byzantine Empire. Antioch has finally returned to the Byzantine Empire. Although technically we're about 10 years away from, or maybe a little bit longer, from when Alexios Komnenos became emperor, and most of the western half of Turkey was lost. But okay, that's a good. I think that's a good place to stop. So thank you. Oh yes, obviously I need to make a save file to know where to go. Okay, save point 1, Bohemond. Okay, thank you very much for watching. This has been Darius for Team Iron Presents, and no matter where you are in the world, have a good day.